Hello children, welcome back to your English class. Hope you guys are doing great and it's always a pleasure to meet you all again. The topic that we are going to see today is letter writing. There are two types of letters, formal letters and informal letters. The letters that you write to your family and friends come under informal letters. They are also called as personal letters. Now getting back to the formal letters, here this is again divided into two parts. They are official letters and business letters. Under business letters, we have letters of enquiry, letters of placing orders and letters of cancellation of orders. And the topic that we are going to see today is letters of enquiry. Children, since the letters of enquiry fall under formal letters, it is quite mandatory that we have to stick on to the rules and the format of the letter very strictly. See to that the words should not exceed 120 words. These letters are written to enquire and get details about an item that has to be bought, or if you wish to study any courses, this letter can be written to enquire and get details about that particular course. Also, you could write this letter about enquiring and getting details about a place or a picnic spot where you plan for your vacation trip. So, these are all the uses of this letters of enquiry, and two most important points that you should never forget when you write this letter of enquiry. What are the 2 points? Since you write this letter to acquire information, definitely you should provide the sender's address and contact details. Only then you could get all those information appropriately. Clear? Fine. The other point what you should not forget is you should write the details of the enquiry what you are making about in clear and precise form. Is that clear? Okay children, now let us look into the format of the letter. As you all know and as you begin other formal letters, this letter also could be begun with sender's address. That is, see to that in the sender's address you include your email ID and phone number without fail. And below that you can write the date. And below the date you write receiver's address. That is the person to whom you are sending your letter. And after that write the salutation, and below salutation you can write the subject of the letter. Next, after writing the subject, now comes the main body of the letter. Children, you can divide this body of the letter into 3 parts. The first paragraph is the introductory part. That is, you can introduce yourself and you can mention the purpose of writing this letter. And in the second paragraph, you can write the details of enquiry what you are making. And in the third paragraph, you can conclude the letter with an ending note, right? And after that, close your letter with a complimentary closer, and finally give your or furnish your name, and if you hold any post, you can mention your designation. Okay children, now let me give you certain opening sentences, that is certain phrases that help you to begin a letter. Children, உங்களில் நிறைய பேருக்கு ஒரு லெட்டர் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது எப்படி இந்த சென்டென்ஸை ஆரம்பிக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ உங்களுக்காக I have given certain phrases. You can use it, any of the phrases in your letter. Let us see those phrases. I am writing to know about. I am writing this letter to request information about. I am writing to apply for. I am writing to enquire after. So these are all some of the phrases. Next, let me give you a full opening statement which you can use for your enquiry letter. I am writing to apply for the position of manager in your company which you recently advertised in the dash newspaper. That is, you can write the name of the newspaper there. Next, let us see the closing sentences. That is, let us see the phrases that are used as closing sentences. As I told you, letter oda beginning sentence எழுதுறதுக்கு நீ உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு difficulty இருக்கோ அதே மாதிரி லெட்டரை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி எழுதும் போதும் அதாவது லெட்டரை முடிக்கும் போதும் வந்துட்டு ஒரு பொலைட் ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் சென்டென்ஸ் தான் நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணணும். அப்படிதான் நம்ம அந்த லெட்டரை முடிப்போம் இல்லையா? So if you have any difficulty in writing a closing sentence, you can have a look at these phrases, and if you want you can take a note of it too. Let us see these phrases. It has been a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for the recommendation and I will keep you updated on my status. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please let me know if I can be of any more assistance. See, once you read the sentence, it is very well understood that your letter is in a polite format. Right, children? Now, let us move on to the template of an inquiry letter. Template அப்படினா என்ன? It is just a ready-made letter. அதாவது நீங்க இதே ஃபார்மேட்டை யூஸ் பண்ணி நேம், அட்ரஸ், கான்டாக்ட் நம்பர் மட்டும் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டு you can reproduce the same letter. So everything I have made it for you. Clear? Let us have a look at it. Now you can give your name, address, contact number, date. Below that, in the to address, you can give the recipient name to whom you are addressing the letter. Below the recipient name, it is given as job title, the person's designation, and below that organization name, that is the company's name where the person is working, and below that you can furnish the address of that company. Now next to that, write your salutation. Below that, write the subject. See, the subject that I have mentioned here is inquiry about the dash. That is, in that place you need to provide the information or the post for what you are looking for. I am, write the sender's name, that is, write your name and write your qualification, and next to it write how many years of experience you have. These things I have left it blank because it keeps on changing person to person, right? Okay. So I am, have these many years of experience in, write the name of the industry from where you got previous experience. Next, coming to the second paragraph of the main body of the letter. This particular context, you can use it for your letter. I am interested to work in your organization and I feel confident that my skills and experience will be an asset for your organization. So, I am inquiring to you for a job vacancy in this position, that is, in this post of manager or whatever you want, you can mention the post, and in your organization. Presently, I am working for, write your present organization's name and the designation you hold. Clear? Next, now we are here with the closing sentence, that is, we need to close our letter. Looking forward to your response and consideration to get a chance to contribute to your, write the name of the organization there. So children, you can use it, and wherever necessary you can fill in with your own details and you can reproduce the same format you could apply whenever you are looking for a job, even in your future. Second letter, that is, this is also a template. Children, if you attend an interview, you will be given a reply that within a week the people would contact you. But even after a week, if you don't get any response from that particular company, you can write an inquiry letter to know your current status about your interview. So, adukku vanda I have made a ready-made format for you and you can follow this. You can use this. See, from give your address and to the company or to the person to whom you are addressing, and write the name of the company into address. Below that, write the address there, and after that write subject, and in the subject you can write inquiry about my interview. Now coming to the main part of the letter, that is body of the letter, you could see two different paragraphs. The first paragraph shows the introductory part and the second para shows the main point about what you are inquiring. This is in regard to my interview that was held in your ABC company on 25th May for position of junior consultant. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to attend the interview. During my interview, I was told by Mr. Smith that I will be informed about the result in 1 week whether I am selected or rejected. This job is very important for me and I am very sure about my selection as my interview was good. Now you can close this letter with this closing sentence. I would request you to please let me know my result at the earliest. You can contact me on. Now you can furnish your mobile number. Below that, give a complimentary closure and write your name. Now let us move on with the book exercise. This is the first question that is given in your textbook. Write a letter of inquiry for the following. That is, you are a librarian in a newly established school. Write a letter to the book dealer inquiring about the list of newly arrived children's story books and various subject books relevant to 10 to 14 age groups. So, how do you begin this letter? Yes, write the from address. If the name is mentioned in the question, kindly follow that. Write the same name in the from address. If it has not been mentioned, then you can go ahead with your own names or any of the names of your choice. So, here the name that is chosen is S. Sangeeta, librarian, Government Higher Secondary School, Perur, Coimbatore, and below that you can see the date. And after that, you can write to address, that is to whom you are addressing this letter. To the sales manager, Higginbotham's Book Dealers, Mount Road, Chennai. Now, salutation, sir. And below that, subject, inquiry about children's storybook regarding. I request information about the new arrivals of children's storybooks in English in your bookstore. This comes as the introductory part. And the next one is the main part of the letter. I would like to know about the recent storybooks and the subject books appropriate to the children in the age group of 10 to 14. Kindly send the list, catalog with price and details of discount offered to schools. It's a pleasure to do business with you. Thank you, and below that you can furnish your name. So children, now let us move on with the second question that is given in your book. Venkat hails from a remote village of Kanchipuram district, Tamil Nadu, who aspires to become an IAS officer. Currently, he is in class 10. He notices an advertisement on free classes for the IAS aspirants by a trust in a newspaper. He writes a letter to the coordinator of the trust inquiring for further details. You can begin the letter with from address. So, Venkatங்கிற name questionல இருக்கறனால திருப்பியும் நம்ம இந்த ஆன்சர்லயும் வெங்கட் அப்படிங்கிற நேமை யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம இந்த லெட்டர்ல எழுதணும். From address R. Venkat, 14 Vellakadai Koil Street, Kanchipuram 2. See, as I told you, he has given his email ID also. venkat2002@gmail.com. Below that, write the date. Next, to address the coordinator, Manidaneyam Trust, CIT Nagar, Chennai. Next, as usual, the salutation. Below the salutation, write the subject. What will you write? Inquiry about IAS orientation program. And below that, write the main part of the letter, that is main body of the letter. I saw your advertisement in the Hindu Tamil newspaper dated 12th August about a free seminar in Pallavaram Government Higher Secondary School. I am studying my 10th standard. I cherish the dream of becoming an IAS officer. I heard the entry is free for graduates. Will you please allow me also to attend the seminar? I wish to listen to achievers and subject experts. Kindly communicate your concern through my email venkat2002@gmail.com. Main body of the letter has been divided into 3 parts with introductory and the details about the inquiry and finally with the closing part. Write a letter to the head of BSNL office inquiring regarding the internet broadband scheme launched recently. From address, write your name. Below that, furnish your address. After that, write the date. Then move on to the to address, and to address you can take it from the question part. See here, write a letter to the head of the BSNL office. Next, salutation. Below salutation, write the subject. Enquiry about internet broadband scheme launched recently. இந்த சென்டென்ஸும் நல்லா பாருங்க, நம்ம கொஸ்டின்ல இருந்து தான் நம்ம எடுத்திருக்கோம். ரைட் அ லெட்டர் ஆஃப் என்கொயரி ஆர் ரைட் அ லெட்டர் டு என்கொயர் அப்படின்னு அதுக்கப்புறம் வர்றத அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ஃப்ரேஸை கொண்டு வந்து சப்ஜெக்ட்ல நீங்க எழுதிடலாம். I heard that you have recently launched an attractive scheme for students to promote use of high-speed broadband connectivity. I would like to know the details of cost involved, bandwidth, usage limit, GB per day, details about speed, type of modem and warranty details. As a representative of my school, I would like to share this with my school also for the upcoming ICT lab in the school. Kindly mention the scheme for the institute and individuals separately. I look forward to hear from you soon. So with this, he ends the letter. So children, so far we have gone through the letters of inquiry and also we have completed the book exercise. Now let us move on to the next skill, that is speaking skill. And under speaking skill, the topic that we are going to see today is going to be your most favorite topic. Do you want to know what? Yes, that is review. That too, especially in your book, you are asked to give a review of a movie or your favorite book. Before moving to that, first let us learn what is a review. A review is a critical assessment of a book, a play, a film or an event published in a newspaper or a magazine. See, what is review? A review is a critical assessment of a movie or a book. What is this critical assessment? Evaluating the theory, statement and situation of a movie or a book. That is, right from top to bottom you need to analyze every situation, every statement and the theory behind that. That is what is giving a review. When you are giving a review, you should be courageous enough to express the pros and cons of the book or the movie. A review should not reflect reviewers' personal likes and dislikes. Also, you should remain unbiased while giving a review. What is this unbiased? நடுநிலை. அதாவது ரெவ்யூங்கிறதே விமர்சிக்கிறது. ஸோ உன்னுடைய விமர்சனம் எப்படி இருக்கணும்? நடுநிலையான விமர்சனமாக இருக்க வேண்டும். நம்மளோட பர்சனல் லைக்ஸ் டிஸ்லைக்ஸை வந்து நம்ம ரெவ்யூவில் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆக விடவே கூடாது. when you are about to review, the first and foremost thing what you have to do it, choose the piece of work. அதாவது நீங்க என்ன ரெவ்யூ பண்றீங்க, is it a book or a movie, novel என்னங்கிறத முதல்ல செலக்ட் பண்ணிருங்க. Next, read or watch the selected piece of work cautiously until you understand it thoroughly. Whether it is a movie, watch it as many times as possible, or it is a book or a novel, read it thoroughly till you understand it completely. ஏன்னா புரியாம வந்து நம்ம விமர்சிக்க கூடாது. So, till you get a thorough understanding of a movie or a book, watch it as many times as possible. Next, focus on the main idea of the work. எந்த ஒரு ஸ்டோரியா இருந்தாலும் மூவியா இருந்தாலும் கண்டிப்பா வந்து ஒரு கான்செப்ட், ஒரு மெயின் ஐடியாவை ரிவால்வ் பண்ணி தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ ட்ரை டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் தட் பர்டிகுலர் மெயின் ஐடியா. நெக்ஸ்ட், evaluate the work critically. Now you should evaluate the work. See what are the positives and negatives of the work and analyze it right from top to bottom. And make a note of this analyze. நீங்க என்னென்ன அனலைஸ் பண்றீங்களோ அதை அப்படியே ஒரு நோட்ஸா எடுத்து வச்சுக்கோங்க. Summarize all your points and present it either orally or in a written format. So far we have seen the steps while reviewing, but once this review process is over, now you have to present it. While presenting also, you need to follow certain steps. Let me tell you what are the steps you have to follow when you are presenting the review, either orally or in a written format. The steps are, first one is introduction. The second step is summary of the book or movie. Third one is determine the theme of the book or movie. And fourth step is evaluate and critique the work. And fifth one is write your conclusion. So the movie that I have chosen for you is Tare Zameen Par, which means stars on earth. I know this is a children's movie and you all must have watched this movie. It's quite interesting movie, so let us have a review on this. Shall we start? In the introduction part, you just introduce the title of the movie or a book, give a short intro about the author or the director, and finally say the genre of this book or movie. அது ஒரு ஹிஸ்டாரிக்கல் நாவலா இல்லை ரொமான்டிக் நாவலா காமெடியா ட்ராஜடியா அந்த மாதிரி கேட்டகரிஸ் இருக்கும் இல்லையா, தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஜானர். Now let us look into the introduction of this movie. It is an Indian Hindi film produced and directed by Aamir Khan. This story is written by Amol Gupta. Darshil Safre stars as 8-year-old lead character in the movie. Aamir Khan takes the second lead as his art teacher. The movie falls into the genre of drama. The second step that we are going to follow is summary. So summary la enna pannuvom, and the story oda gist eludhanum. See that your summary is short and crisp. At the same time, don't forget to furnish the important point. Let us have a quick look at the summary of this story. Ishan, an 8-year-old boy, dislikes school as he fails in every test or exam. He finds all subjects difficult and is belittled by his classmates and teachers. But Ishan's internal world is full of wonders and that he is unable to convey it to others. He is an artist whose talent is unrecognized. After receiving a poor academic report, Ishan's parents sent him to a boarding school. There, he sinks to a state of fear and depression. Ishan's situation changes when a new art teacher, Nikum, joins the school. Nikum quickly observes that Ishan's academic shortcomings are indicative of dyslexia. On meeting Ishan's parents, Nikum realizes that Ishan is passionate about painting. Nikum attempts to improve Ishan's reading and writing by using remedial techniques. Ishan soon develops an interest in language and math. Soon, his grades are improved. Nikum organizes an art fair for the staff and the students. Ishan, with his striking creative style, and he is declared as the winner. When Ishan's parents meet him, they are left speechless on Ishan's transformation. Children, hope so you have understood the gist. Let me give you a short recap in Tamil also. Ishan ஒரு 8 வயது சிறுவனை சுற்றி தான் இந்த படம் எடுக்கப்பட்டது. அந்த சிறுவனுக்கு வந்து படிக்கிறது ரொம்ப கடினமாக இருந்தனால, மார்க் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப குறைவாக வாங்கினனால அவனோட பேரண்ட்ஸ் அவனை ஹாஸ்டலில் போர்டிங் ஸ்கூலில் கொண்டு போய் விடுறாங்க. பட் அங்கே அவனோட கண்டிஷன் ரொம்பவுமே வேர்சன் ஆகுது. பிகாஸ் சுற்றி இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே புதுசாக இருந்தது. பட் அவன் கண்டிஷன் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக மாற ஆரம்பித்தது எப்போ அப்படின்னா, அவனுடைய ஆர்ட் டீச்சர் மிஸ்டர் நிக்கும்ங்கிறவரை அந்த ஸ்கூலில் ஜாயின் பண்ண அப்புறம் அவனோட இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் தெரிய ஆரம்பிச்சது. பிகாஸ் நிக்கும் வந்து இஷானுக்கு இருக்கிற அந்த லேர்னிங் டிசபிலிட்டி, டிஸ்லெக்சியா அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது. டிஸ்லெக்சியானா என்ன? இட் இஸ் அ லேர்னிங் டிசபிலிட்டி, கற்றலில் குறைபாடு. அது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரீடிங் டிஃபிகல்ட்டின்னு சொல்லுவோம் டிஸ்லெக்சியாவை. ஸோ அந்த ரீடிங் டிஃபிகல்ட்டி இந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கு லெட்டர்ஸை பார்க்குறதும் ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணுறதும் கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த டிஃபிகல்ட்டி இருந்தனால அவனால் ஒழுங்காக படிக்க முடியலங்கிறத உணர்ந்த அந்த சார் வந்து அவனுக்கு நிறைய கோச்சிங் கொடுத்து எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ரெமிடியல் மெஷர்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுத்து அவனுடைய மார்க்கும் கிரேடையும் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணுறார். அட் த சேம் டைம் இஷான்குள்ளார இருக்கிற இன்னொரு கலர்ஃபுல்லான வேர்ல்டையும் அந்த ஆர்ட் டீச்சர் ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணி அதையும் வெளிக்கொண்டு வராரு. ஸ்கூலில் ஒரு டிராயிங் காம்படிஷன் வச்சு அந்த காம்படிஷனில் இஷான் ப்ரைஸ் வாங்குற மாதிரி இந்த மூவியை அவங்க முடிக்கிறாங்க. Their parents were really astonished, surprised to see the transformation of Ishan. அதுவும் யாருனால? அந்த ஆர்ட் டீச்சர் அவனுக்குள்ளார இருக்கிற அந்த திறமையை வெளிக்கொண்டு வந்ததை பார்த்து அவங்க ரொம்ப வியந்து போகிறாங்க. இப்படி தான் வந்து அவங்க இந்த ஸ்டோரியை முடிக்கிறாங்க. Now, the first step is introduction, the second one summary பார்த்துட்டோம் இல்லையா? Now let us move on to the theme of the movie. Hope so now you must have identified the theme of this movie. Yes, you are right. தீம் வந்து டிஸ்லெக்சியா. அந்த டிஸ்லெக்சியாங்கிற லேர்னிங் டிசபிலிட்டியை தான் வந்துட்டு இங்கே தீமாக வச்சுருக்காங்க. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ த பியூட்டி ஆஃப் த நரேஷன் இஸ் தட் த மெசேஜ் அப்ளைஸ் டு ஆல் சில்ட்ரன். அதாவது லேர்னிங் டிசபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கிற சில்ட்ரனுக்கு மட்டும் இந்த மெசேஜ் போய் சேரல, இது இந்த எல்லா வகை குழந்தைகளுக்குமே வந்துட்டு இது வந்து ஒரு நல்ல மெசேஜாக அவங்க கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட், Evaluate and critique the work. This is the place you have your own freedom where you can express your own ideas and views on this. If there is any negatives or if there are any positives, you can present all those views here in this place. That is called evaluate and critique the work. The film Tare Zameen Par portrays the tormented life at school and at home of a child with dyslexia and his eventual success after his artistic talents are discovered by his art teacher. அதாவது டிஸ்லெக்சியா இருக்கிற ஒரு குழந்தைக்கு ஸ்கூல்லையும் வீட்லையும் நடந்த ஒரு கொடுமைகளையும் நல்லா ஹைலைட் பண்ணி காட்டியிருக்காங்க. அட் த சேம் டைம் அவனுக்குள்ளார இருந்த அந்த கலர்ஃபுல் வேர்ல்டை வந்து அவனுடைய ஆர்ட் டீச்சர் அதை கரெக்டாக ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணி வெளியே கொண்டு வந்து அவனோட கான்ஃபிடென்ஸை கெயின் பண்ணி அவனோட இன்க்ளினேஷனுக்கு சப்போர்ட்டாக இருந்ததையும் இந்த படத்தில் ஹைலைட் பண்ணி காட்டியிருக்காங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட், த ஃபில்ம் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர்ஸ் த லைஃப் அண்ட் இமேஜினேஷன் ஆஃப் அ சைல்ட் வித் டிஸ்லெக்சிக். This is the important point that we all must try to understand. Even a dyslexic child, and the dyslexic child குள்ளார கூட அவங்களுக்குன்னு சொல்லி ஒரு நிறைய இமேஜினேஷன், இமேஜினரி வேர்ல்டு இருக்கும். அதை நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு பார்க்கணும். The right amount of attention and communication with such kids can make simple humans stars. நம்ம கொடுக்குற கரெக்டான அட்டென்ஷன், நம்ம அந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கு கொடுக்குற ப்ராப்பர் கம்யூனிகேஷனும் நம்மளுடைய கவனமும் அவங்க மேலே கரெக்டாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா சாதாரண குழந்தைகளை கூட நட்சத்திரமா நம்மளால மாற்ற முடியும். ஸோ இதுதான் வந்துட்டு நம்மளுடைய evaluation on this movie. Now let us move on to the conclusion part. In the conclusion partல you can say whether the movie has achieved its goal or not அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Or else you can compare it with other works also. If you wish to recommend this particular movie to others or notங்கிறதையும் இந்த conclusion partல நீங்க கொண்டு வந்துடலாம். And finally, you can give the movie or a book a starred rating or a numerical value. Is that clear? Now let us look the conclusion what we have given for this movie Tare Zameen Par. Undoubtedly the best movie to be watched by the parents, teachers and the peer groups. The message it conveys is every child has a different way to think. Every child is special and unique. I conclude saying that the movie Tare Zameen Par is an eye-opener to the parents of dyslexic children. It's a heart-touching and inspirational movie. I rate this movie with the score 8 on 10. So children, so far we have gone through the steps that you have to follow when you are presenting your review. Yes, I am damn sure that you are very thorough in this topic. Now we have completed the first question. I want you all to complete the next two questions also in the similar way. So children, we have come towards the closing end of this session. Till we meet in our next session, I wish you good luck, stay safe and bye. Have a nice day.